Good morning everyone, this is As Mohammad Khan and I welcome you in today's class student. In our previous class we have discussed about the crypto game, and crypto games are divided into three types student: Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. About Thallophyta we have discussed. Today we will discuss about the Bryophyta. Bryophyta is the main group of crypto game student, and they are more advanced than the Thallophyta because their body can be differentiated into stem, leaves and rhizoids, and with this they have all the characteristics of the higher plant student. Means they are chlorophyllous, means they have the chlorophyll from which they make their own food. That's why they are autotrophic. Autotrophic means they can make their own food with the help of photosynthesis because they have chlorophyll in them. With this they are embryophytic, means they are embryophytic student, means their body is developed into embryo, means they when they have the sexual reproduction at that time they have the diploid zygote student, and that diploid zygote is developed into embryo. That's why we can say them embryophytic. They are embryophytic in nature. With this invariable heteromorphic alternation, means they have invariability. Invariability means their body cannot be differentiated easily into stem, leaves and rhizoids. That's why we can say them they have invariable heteromorphic alternation. Heteromorphic alternation. Hetero means different. Morphic means morphology. Morphology means student external appearance. With this they have the different characteristics. One by one we will discuss about them. They are primitive land plant student. They are primitive land plants, means the higher plants, means the phanerogam plants, phanerogam group plants may be developed from these bryophytes with the help of evolution. That's why we can say them they are primitive land plants, and with this they don't have the vascular tissue, means for the conduction of water and mineral or the food they don't have the vascular tissue student, like xylem and phloem are absent in them. They have only parenchymus tissue in them. Which type of tissue they have? They have parenchymus tissue. It is the most important question, that which tissue the bryophytes have. So what will you write in that? It is parenchymus tissue student. Next is they are known as amphibian plants. Now what is the meaning of amphibia? Amphibia means these plants can be obtained both type of habitat, means aquatic as well as terrestrial. But on the terrestrial habitat they are found in moist habitat student, means the habitat that have the water, and with this the habitat should also have the shady habitat, means there should be no directly sunlight on that particular part. So that type of habitat they are found, means they are found on the moist and shady terrestrial habitat, and with this they are also found in the aquatic habitat. That's why they are known as amphibian plants. And it is also the most important question, and then generally it is asked which plants are known as amphibian plants. So in this they may put Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta and Gymnosperm. So what will you write in that? It is Bryophyta. Bryophyta are known as amphibian plants. Now we come on the next characteristic student. Their body cannot be differentiated into stem and stem, root and leaves, means they don't have the roots. Their higher plants, means their higher plant student, especially these plants like the hornworts and the mosses, their body can be differentiated into only leaves, stem and rhizoids, means their body can be differentiated into stem, root and rhizoids. But primitive bryophytes does not have root, stem and leaves, means the lower bryophytes does not have root, stem and rhizoids. They have simple thallus like the thallophyta. Now we come on the next. They have the autotrophic nutrition. About this we have discussed. With this, they have the lack of roots, means they don't have the roots. But in the place of root, they have the rhizoid. They have the two type of rhizoid, student, unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular rhizoid have single cell, but multicellular rhizoid have the more than one cell, and with the help of that they take the water and minerals. With this, they have both type of reproduction, student, means bryophytes have both type of reproduction like the higher plants, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. And in the asexual reproduction, the reproduction that they have bulbils, tubers, fragmentation and protonemal branches, means with the help of them they have the vegetative propagation, or they can produce the new plant. And in this, bulbils means they produce the bulbs, and with the help of those bulbils the new plants or new bryophyte is produced. Like this fragmentation, there are the many fragments are produced, and from the each fragment the new plant is produced. It is known as fragmentation. With this, protonemal branches, means the higher bryophytes have the branches, student, and from those branches the new plants or the new bryophytes is produced. So it is the asexual reproduction. Like the higher plants, they also have the sexual reproduction, student, but for the sexual reproduction they don't have the flower. What they have the hidden reproductive organs. Like we put them, means bryophytes come in the category of cryptogam. Why do they come in the cryptogam, student? Because they have the hidden reproductive organs. So their reproductive organs we can't observe easily. That's why they are put in cryptogam. And those, they also have the two reproductive organs, male and female reproductive organ. Male reproductive organ is known as antheridium, and it produces male gametes. Antheridium, student, male gametes. And female reproductive organ is known as archegonium. Archegonium is the female reproductive organ, and it produces the female gametes. And when the male and female gametes fuse together, then they produce the diploid zygote, means the 2N zygotes they produce, 2N diploid. And these gametes are haploid, student. When the haploid gametes fuse together, then they produce diploid zygote, and this zygote is developed into embryo, and embryo is developed into new plant. Now we come on the classification of the bryophyte. Bryophytes are classified by the ICBN student. ICBN. Now, what is the full form of ICBN? It is the branch of science student, or it is the group of science that classify the plants into different groups. So bryophytes are also classified by the ICBN. Now, what is the full form of ICBN student? ICBN full form is International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. They classified it into 3 groups, means the bryophytes are classified into 3 groups. First is Hepataceae, second is Anthracoraceae, or third is Musci. First is Hepataceae. Hepataceae have the liverworts that is given in your book. Second is Anthracoraceae, that are hornworts. Third is Musci. Musci is mosses. So there are the 3 groups of the bryophytes: Musci, Anthracoraceae, and Hepataceae. So these groups are given in your book. In our next segment, we will discuss them in detail, like the liverworts, hornworts, and mosses. About them we will discuss in detail in our next segment. So now you will write only the important characteristic of the bryophyte in your notebook. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.